Hello guys, I'm back with another one, and it's a fairly serious one today, because it seems like my kindness has been taken for weakness by a lot of people, and most of my ideas that I've shown people free of charge, may I add, people have started to take advantage of that and then basically using my ideas to then make funds from it, which they can do if they want. And if you want to follow them. It's not a problem to me, but it just seems very disheartening for me when I made this channel originally for most of you guys that were struggling with trading, to try and help you to see the bigger picture on certain things, so that you didn't get involved in these channels or these people that are then making money from you and then using you as their exit liquidity. So there's also some other things that I've seen, you know, like these trading gurus supposedly that are making you take trades in very, very silly areas. You're then taking a long in that area, or a short, whichever. So let's take this for a fine example. We'll go here, just randomly on a chart. Let's go to the daily. You know, I all use the daily, and I like to use the daily to see certain levels. So I see a lot of things in Discord, like, I don't know, just say random people that have created a Discord channel. You join that Discord channel and then you're copying their trades, yeah? So we'll take this area for instance, yeah? Okay. So you can see there's 4 big wicks. What a lot of people don't want to see here is they think, so $1.03 in this certain Discord channel, you've then taken or a Telegram channel, whichever, you've then taken a long here, right? You've held the long, you've been up 13%, they've told you, oh, hold this long. Knowing fully well what they're going to do, they're not holding that long. They're using you when it's gone up 13%. You're now their exit liquidity here. They've exited that trade. They're not telling you that they've exited that trade, but they've told you to go along and hold it. Hold it. It's going to the moon. It's definitely going to the moon. And what happens? So you're holding it here. You're already in a nice bit of profit. They've said, don't move your stop loss. Leave your stop loss down here. Blah, blah, blah. So you've held it. And say you've on times 10. You're now 560% down. Which then forces you to close your trade. Or you get liquidated. So now you're like, oh, crap. What am I going to do now? So then they're going to tell you, it's rejecting. Take a sell here. You've taken a sell. That channel then, knowing fully well, they're waiting for this area here, which is the value area low, which I've shown you in my other free videos. They're then looking at this here. You sold. You're up. You're up 27%. Okay? Knowing fully well they're going to take a long here. They've told you to sell here. Oh, it's now in a downtrend. Take the sell. And then what happens? Oh, look, it goes long. It goes long 161%. Whoopsie daisy. I was wrong again. My apologies. But the next one, definitely, you're going to win in it. You're going to win in it. Then it comes up here. Oh, it's broken out of the downtrend. Time to take a long. So you take a long. Oh, look, here we go again. I'm up 8%. Oh shit. It's hit my stop loss. I'm now down 29%. Times 10, which is nearly 300%. This is why I keep saying in most of my videos, you need to learn how to read these charts. Stop listening to all these sausages. So we'll take a fine example of it, yeah. So let's go to Dogecoin. We'll just check, and then we'll go on to BTC, and I'll show you what I think about BTC. So Dogecoin, what are we in? We are in technically a downtrend, yeah. What tells you here that it has broken out of that downtrend yet? Personally, to me, that has not broken out of a downtrend. That is in a downtrend. It's not hard to see that that is a downtrend. Until this breaks above this, we are still in a downtrend. Until this chart goes like this, and now it's going to go like this, until it starts to break out of that downtrend and comes up into this area before it can break that high there. Why would you take a long here? What's telling you to take a long there? It's something I'm very passionate about. I don't spend all day on my screen. I ain't got time to spend all day on my screen. I've got 2 businesses that, you know, I'm in the middle of trying to do things with these businesses. And all I'm trying to do with this is I'm trying to help you, to show you that these guys that are telling you to take longs and shorts and all that, they haven't got a clue. They've got no clue at all. So stop listening to them. Learn the charts. Learn how to read a chart. Because the more you listen to them, the more money you're going to keep losing. I had to learn the hard way. 4 years I've been at it. 20k down. And I've had to learn the hard way. I don't want you guys to learn the hard way. I want you to realise that the higher time frame is your friend. It's your friend for a reason. So we can even go to the monthly chart here. And actually look at the monthly chart. In effect, we are still in a downtrend. We've not come out of this downtrend yet. So why are you taking longs? The area for a long were here, down here. You couldn't get past that area. It was your support area. That was your area of a long. It came up. That's the value area high. It then rejected from the value area high. So then let's go into BTC. So there's another thing that I want to talk about as well. It's like, you know, you'll hear people and they'll be like, oh, it's definitely going to moon. BTC 100k, definitely. It's definitely going to 100k this time round. So then people start to buy BTC up here. You're buying BTC at that area. Oh no, they've said it's going to 100k, so it must be going to 100k. There's no way it's not going to 100k, surely. And then what happens to BTC? You've bought BTC there at 71k. BTC then drops down here to 53k. So you bought it there. Now you're 27% down. Times it by 10, and I know a lot of people don't just use times 10. They'll use times 50 and they'll use times 100 and all this crap. So what you down there now? 2,000% you're down. All because you listen to some sausage try and tell you that, oh, he's definitely going to 100k this time. I've told you where I think BTC is going to crash out. Is around this area here. This is the area BTC will go to before it crashes again. It's not just going to keep going up. It's not going to... You know, I've looked in a lot of channels and they're like, oh, definitely going 150k this time round. Why is it? What tells you that that's going 150k this time round, or even 100k? I genuinely don't get people's mindset. I've still got areas of interest on BTC where I think it's going to go down to. Personally, me. That's what I personally think. You know, we're going to be coming down into the 40s area before it has another little rally up into this 80 odd area, and then we're going to go back into a downtrend. That's my personal thought on it. So like I say, it's like all these big hedge fund managers and all this, and you know, so let's take an example of it. Yeah, so we've got a hedge fund manager, and he has a phone call from somebody, and they say to him, oh, can you buy me BTC at market price 60k? Say 60k is a fine example. Yeah, we'll go with 60k. Why is he going to refuse to take that order? He ain't, is he? Because he needs to generate liquidity. So he's going to be like, yeah, because it's definitely going to go at 100k this time round, so you're going to be in a load of profit, blah, blah, blah. Knowing fully well what they're doing is, they're just generating liquidity here. So they can short it. And a lot of hedge funds, what they'll do like, a bit like Goldman Sachs and all them places. So what they'll do is they'll long and short it until the market shows their hand. See, I don't long and short coins. I will mark out certain areas of where I think that coin is potentially going to either dip or continue to push. And then when I see what the market wants to do, I'll then take that short or I'll take that long. This is another reason why I've told people to use this trading platform, Atos, which is a great example. So today, I'll just tell you something. Today, I came on at around, I think it was about 20 past 12, I think, because I've been out obviously doing my charity work at the food bank and places like that. So I came on at 20 past 12. I came on and looked at this coin BNX. I opened up Atos, had a look at that. I opened up this, I had a look at the value area high, I had a look where the point of control was, I had a look at the value area low. I could see up here that it was struggling here. That it was struggling at these areas. And it was struggling to push off any further. So you could see that there were a lot of selling here occurring. Even though it did try and push again. So the early sellers here, they've put the stop loss there, it's wicked them out and then dropped. So I waited to see. Seeing it coming down, I thought, right, this area here, shall we take a short? I then opened up this. I had a look at this area. I seen there were a big volume node there. Big sell. That triangle's a big sell area. So I thought, let's see what it's going to do. Noticed that it was struggling to get back up to this certain area, getting back to that same area of the selling pressure, and I took a short. I took one trade, took a short. I've made my money, so my stop loss now is in profit, and it literally took, I entered there and it dropped. This is on the 5 minute chart. It's where I'll take a lot of my entries, 5 minute, 15 minute. And it dropped from there. So let's go on to the 5 minute chart on BNX here. Let's open this up. So I've took my short there. And within 5, 10, I think 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, about an hour, That coin dumped 8%. I did it times 25. I was then 200% in profit. Let me see if I can get it up on this. Screenshot. I think that's it there. Let's have a little look. Look. 140% within less than an hour I made. Less than an hour. I didn't sit at the chart all day. I didn't need to sit at the chart all day. I literally came on for 10 minutes, had a look at this coin, thought, yeah, it's getting rejected, bam. Easy money. Easy in and out. And I just want you all to realise that you do not need to sit at the chart all day trying to force trades. Just have a look at these areas, see what it's doing at these areas. Value area high here, where did it get rejected from before? Value area high, came down, bam, bam, bam. I'm going to be taking my profit around this area here, which is the point of control. That's my main area of profit, the point of control here. Which will be from that zone 26% times 25. I'm not going through maths right now, but it's times 25. So I think it works out at about 575% I'll make on that one trade. I'll let that run now. I did the same with another coin called WLD, World Coin. I marked out these areas, had a look. Value area low, value area high. Looked at it. Saying, it struggled here before. I wonder what it's going to do here again. Oh, look, it struggled here again. My take profit was around 2-1. I hate my take profit. I need to sit at my computer all day to take that trade. I just needed to see, it's getting rejected off the value area low. I had my stop loss above that wick there. My profit were here at 2-1. And it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days, less than a week, and I made my money. And this is all I'm trying to get into people's heads at the minute. Like, stop trying to find trades that you don't need to look for. You just need to mark out these certain levels and realise that when it gets to that level, I'm either going to take a short or I'm going to take a long. Like I say, these people that keep saying to you, BTC is going to go 200k. I sold everything I had at 100k. I rebought BTC back at around 54k. And I'm still holding it at the minute until it gets to around that 80 mark, and I will sell everything again up at that 80k mark. And that's not because I've listened to anybody. That's because I've analysed the chart, I've looked at the chart, and I've realised these are certain areas where it's possibly going to go to, and where I need to exit my trade to keep my money. I don't give a shit if it goes to 100k after that. But the way I've looked at it, I don't think it is. And it's like, there were another things that I was watching somebody the other day, and he were just telling me about something that you've got these technical analysis people and things like that. You know, it's like they'll write a report for, I don't know, say for Amazon, yeah, they'll write a report. Oh, Amazon's gonna do this, blah blah blah, and then Amazon does opposite. Do you really think that they're bothered that it's done opposite? Because they're making money either way. They don't care. They don't give a shit if it went up or down. But you reading that and you seeing that thinks, oh yeah, it's definitely going to do this because this technical analysis guy's told me that it's definitely going to do this. Unfortunately, I haven't done that. I watched another thing on this Wildcoin here. There were a guy saying, oh, Wildcoin's going to do this, it's going to break out and it's going to potentially go back up to $5 from this area here. from 2.9. That's what he was saying. Well, when I heard that, I took a short. After actually looking at my chart and thinking, is it really going to do that? Probably not. So I took a short. And I made money from that. Until this can get up here and hold in this and start consolidating, then yeah, it probably will go up to about 4.8. Until then, I ain't touching it. I'm not interested. And that's another reason why you want to look at this daily chart. If you'd have actually looked at this daily chart of Wild, and you'd have heard all that spiel that he were going on about, you'd have actually seen here, yeah, and waited for that to close on the 17th of July, and then opened a short here on the 18th of July. By the 25th of July, you're up 500%. And you had to do nothing. All you had to do was click short. That were it. Whereas most people have clicked long, and now they're stopped out. They're now stopped out of that trade because their stop loss will have been here. I will guarantee you that most people will have put a stop loss here. They'd have longed it here. The stop loss would have been there below that wick. The target would be here because that technical analysis said so. They've been stopped out. They're stopped out. They've lost money. All because of some guy saying go long here when all he's shorted that coin. And it just gets really, really annoying listening to people saying do this, do that, do this, do that. Well, when they're saying this, I do opposite to them. And I've said it in the chat that I'm in as well. I haven't been in the chat in a couple of days. But I went in today and they all know when somebody says something that this is going to do this, I do the opposite. Why do I do the opposite? Because of this fine example right here. So just listen to me. Go do something else. Stop listening to all these idiots that are saying this is going to do this and this is going to do that. Because, 90% of the time it's going to do the opposite because they've took the opposite trade. You lot have taken this trade. They've took the opposite one. And now, who's losing here? Though they're not losing, are they? You're losing. So just stop listening to them. Stop listening to people on Twitter saying, oh, mega bullish. Blah, 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 blah. Just stop listening to them. Read a chart. See where you think it's going to go. And take the trade. It's as easy as that. So a little bit of a rant. I didn't mean to rant on, but I'm literally all I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help you guys. That's all I'm here to do. I'm just here to help you guys, to show you that you don't need to listen to all these sausages. Take a trade based on your way of looking at a coin. So I'm just gonna have a little look at Pendle here. So we've got Pendle here. It came up to that value area high. What did it do prior? It dipped. So it comes back above that value area high here, where we've got a lot of wicks. And what it is where these sellers here have not managed to get all their orders in to sell there. They've got orders waiting there. And it drops again. That's as simple as it can be for you. So whereas all these buyers down here, all their orders have not been taken. Same here, same here. So then it takes them orders again and goes up. If they ain't nobody there selling and they ain't nobody there buying, how can you technically take a sell or a buy? So it's like I say, it's like the wild trade or the BNX. So if I've got buyers in here at that area there, they're wanting to buy it and I want to sell it, I need to sell to them buyers, don't I? Or them buyers need to sell to the sellers or buy to the seller. Do you understand what I mean in that sort of context? For this price to move the way it has. And if they're not there, then how can price move in any way whatsoever? So it's the same with BTC at the minute. when you learn this and you actually start to look at it, you'll realise that a lot of people are foolish and they're going to be taking buys there. Why are you taking buys there? I don't get it. It absolutely baffles my brain. What happened last time BTC came to this area? What happened? It dropped. What happened last time BTC came down to this area here? It pushed. It's not hard. It's not hard to look at this. So you've got your fair value gaps as well there. One there. You've got one there. You've got one here. You've got one here. When it goes into them areas, they're the areas to buy. Because that's where buyers are still sat. Buyers have still got they've still got their buy orders down there. Waiting for them to be filled by sellers. It's really not difficult to learn a chart and to look at where you want to actually buy it. So we're looking at another one. I was looking at this channel the other day, yeah, and they've said, oh, buy Ondo at $1.01. Where's Ondo now? You bought Ondo at $1.01. You're 20% down. Why have you bought Ondo at $1.01? Because he said so. Honestly, that's like just giving your money to somebody. Say, go into that supermarket for me and just buy my shopping for me if you can, please. And then you don't see him again. Is your money gone? It's a bit similar to what's happening at the minute. You don't see him again, the money's gone. Start realising that. Start waking up to it. It's just really annoying to see people losing money all the time when they don't have to lose money. There were another thing that I was going to talk about. I've got it in my notes. Let me have a look. Where's my notes? Notepad. Let's have a look at my notepad. File. Open. So I've already gone through the trading mindset. That's one thing. Entries and exits, I've already gone through that. And then it's another thing that I wanted to tell you about, a story about a guy that were a really, really good trader back in the day. I can't even remember his name. Let me see if I can find his name right quick. And he actually, this guy actually killed himself because of trading, because he felt like he was a failure. And 90% of people will feel like they're a failure. I've been through it myself. Fortunately for me, I never went that extreme to actually kill myself, you know what I mean? But that's what trading can do to you. So let me see if I can see. There's plenty of people that's actually done it. They've literally committed suicide. Is it Michael Marin? I think it might be Michael Marin who did it. So what he did, this guy, he bet back in the 1960s, 1970s or something like that. So what he did was, he took a trade, and he ended up making a lot of money. He ended up making millions. So back in the day, millions is probably billions now, yeah. And he made millions. So I've already said, if I make millions in this business, you won't see me again. I'm out there. And he made millions by taking a bet on one of these trades. This trade came in, and then for some reason he couldn't stop himself, and he carried on trading. He ended up losing all that money in another trade. So he went from rich to broke. He then made a whole load more money by the same sort of scenario, bet on something, made multi-millions. He then did exactly the same again. He put them multi-millions into something that, I don't know, say it with a stock, say it with a share. That share then absolutely went the other way, and he ended up with nothing again. So he ended up writing a letter to his wife or his fiance, because he lost everything through that one trade. He lost his family, he lost everything, and he basically he wrote a letter and said, you know, I'm not worthy of you. I'm a failure to you because of what I've done. And he ended up killing himself, and that was because of this. That was due to this. Having to think that you need to keep trading every single day, and all it'll do is, in reality, all it's going to do is it's just going to break you down over time. Break you down, break you down, and break you down. And I hope nobody does it. I really do hope not one single person does what that guy did. And actually think of your family before you even get into that sort of situation where you think you want to go do something like that. And a lot of people know, I've told a lot of people in the chat, I've been homeless. You know, I had a wife before. I got divorced from my wife due to, you know, some crazy factors. And fucking, I've been on drugs. I was on alcohol. I've been through all of that situation, and at the minute, I'm in the best place I've ever been in my whole entire life. I've got a fiance. I call her my wife to everybody, but she's my fiance, and we are getting married in 2027. I've got 5 kids, 2 step kids, 3 of my own kids. That's the 5. I also look after my nephew, and that's just a little insight to my life. I also coach children. I'm a football coach for children. I work at a community centre. I do a lot of charity work. I run my own football club on a Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And just basically, I give back as much as what people have given me. And that's why we're going on about that at the beginning of the video. I'm a very, very kind man. Very kind man. I've been there. I've done it. You know, I've had a lot of crap. And I'm not dwelling on it because that's done. It's my past. I'm where I am now for a reason. But please don't be part of the thousands of people, maybe millions of people that are in this situation, that are listening to people telling them to do this when they're doing the opposite. There's not many friends when it comes to money. There isn't many friends when it comes to money. So start to look after you. Start to look after your family and yourself, and realise that some of these people are not who they're actually saying they are. So that's it for today. I hope you're actually going to look at this video and then realise that, you know, I need to sit down and I need to do it differently. I need to mark out charts differently, and I don't always need to spend my life on the 3-minute chart. Told you previously, daily, weekly, levels, point of control, value area low, value area high, and you will make money. Don't think you need to make it yesterday. You don't need to be rich yesterday. So yeah, that's it from me, and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Happy trading.